Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to second session based on the chapter 15 networking concept, and in this chapter our topic is OSI reference model, TCP IP model, network protocol and data communication terminologies. In the last session we discussed about what is network. A network, the computer network is an interconnection of two or more computers that are able to exchange the informations. That is actually known as network. When you connect two computers to transfer the data or resources, anything, that actually known as networks. And goals of network or advantages of network. The advantages are cost factor, communication medium, reliability, and also the resource sharing. These are the goals of networking. Next, need of network, why network is needed, and evolution. First ARPANET, next NSF network, then last one is internet. Then some terminologies, nodes and server. Mainly nodes and servers. Servers are of two types, dedicated and non-dedicated servers. And here in this session we are going to discuss about OSI reference model. What is OSI? OSI means Open Systems Interconnection. It is Open System Interconnection Model. It is a reference tool for understanding the data communication between any two network system. If you want to how data is transferred, if you want to understand how data is transferring between two systems, I told network is there means it's possible to transfer the data. If you want to understand how data is transferring between two systems, so we can use one reference tool that is actually known as OSI, Open System Interconnection. Open System Interconnection. It divides the communication process into 7 layers. If you want to transfer the data, then it is communication process divided into 7 layers. There are 3 lowest layer and top 4 layers. Remember, it uses 3 lowest layer and it uses 4 higher layer. The 3 lowest layer focus on the passing traffic through the network to an end system. Mainly lowest layer, it is mainly helpful for transferring the data through the network. Transferring the data through the network using the lowest layer level. Then highest level, it is how we can complete the process or how we can display the data over the system. So this is 3 level and 4. Here are the 7 layers. One is application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer and physical layer. This is for host A. Same will be there in all the devices. If you connect 10 systems, to a network, all the 10 systems will have these type of layers. Remember, 3 layers here marked in one color: network, data link and physical layer, that is known as lowest layer. Transport, session, presentation and application layer, that is known as top 4 layers. Here the first layer, physical layer. The physical layer is concerned with transporting the raw bits over the communication channel. Remember, the physical layer, how data is transferred. It is capable of how data is transferred over the network, how bits are transferred. Raw bits are transferred in a communication channel. Either we can use wire or wireless channel also we can use to transfer the data. How data is transferred in communication channel, that is a function of physical layer. It also deals with the mechanical, electrical and timing interface. When we should transfer the data and which type of data should be transferred, analog or digital, or which data should be transferred. Everything is comes under physical layer. The second one is data link layer. Second layer is data link layer. The main function of the data link layer is to take the route transmission facility from facility. First you should take the route transmission facility and transform it into the line that appears to free transmission errors in the network layer. See, in case of data link layer, that is present between network and the physical layer. So it will take the data from physical layer, raw data, and it will transfer data to the network layer. It will take the data from physical layer and it will take the raw data, that is the raw data, that data taken, and it will transfer the data to the network layer without any errors. The next one is network layer. The network layer is concerned with controlling the operation of subnet. The operation of the subnet network. It will control the operation of networks. The main function determining how packets are routed or how packets are transferred from source to destination. So when we are going to transfer the data will be made as a packets. We will make it as a packets and we will combine the data, we will transfer. So how data should be transferred? That is the work of network layer. The basic next one is transport layer, is a higher level. The basic function of the transport layer is to accept the data from above or means session layer and split into the smaller units if needed. Then it will transfer to the network layer. The transport layer is between session and network layer. Transport layer lies between network layer and the session layer. It will take the data from session layer. It will take the data from session layer and split into smaller units. Split into smaller units. That smaller units are known as packets. The smaller units are known as packets, and that packet should be sent to the network. See, session layer data will be taken, then it will split into smaller units. That smaller units will be given to the network. That smaller units, that packets are transferred to the network layer. The next one is session layer. The session layer allows user on different machine to establish the session between them. Means the session layer will allows the different machines to establish the sessions, or example dialog control, token management and synchronization. Normally multiple users can use the, or multiple users or sometimes multiple devices are required. For example, if you want to display one data, for example one video is there. If you want to display the particular video, or if you want to view the particular video, multiple devices are required. One is monitor is required, second speaker is required. So two devices are required to transfer or to view the data. So that session will be assigned to the each devices, that is known as session layer. The next one is presentation layer. The presentation layer that is concerned with the syntax and semantics of information transferred, concerned with the moving the bits around the layer. The presentation layer, it is concerned with the how we can present the data. How we can present the data over the system. That is the main work of presentation layer. And last layer is application layer. Application layer contains a variety of protocols. It uses the protocols. Protocols I'll explain later. What is a protocol? I'll explain later. Then it uses the variety of protocols to display the which protocol is required to display the data or to transfer the data. That is the work of application layer. The next one is TCP/IP model. TCP/IP model, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. This model uses only 4 layers. Uses only 4 layers to perform the functions of OSI model. The TCP/IP model is also uses same as OSI, but OSI uses 7 layers. TCP/IP uses only 4 layers. TCP/IP uses only 4 layers instead of 7 layers. Here 4 layers of TCP/IP is application layer, transport layer, internet layer and network access layer. Application, transport, internet and network access layer. Here the first one is network access. Network access layer. The lowest layer of TCP/IP protocol is a lowest level. Then it defines how to use internet, how to use network to transmit an IP data. It defines how we can use a network to transmit the data. How we can use the network to transmit the data, that is the lowest layer. And it comprises of physical and data link. The two layers, working of two layers combined in network access layer. The next one is internet layer. The internet layer provides the services that equivalent to the network layer. The working of internet layer is equal to the network layer, and here it uses internet protocol for to transmit or network layer. Here what work we are doing in network layer, the same work will be done here. See, in network layer we discussed about how data is transferred, how data should be transferred over the network. That is the work of network layer. Here also internet layer also capable to check how data is transferred through the internet, how data should be transferred through the internet. That is the main function of internet layer. The next one is transport layer. Transport layer, it uses designed to allow the pair entities on the source and destination to carry on the conversion or conversation. How data should be transferred, how data should be transferred to the destination, and which basis, from the source to destination, how data should be transferred. That is the work of transport layer. The next one is application layer. In OSI, presentation application layers, normally session, presentation, application layer, that three layers are combined in application layer. The transport layer work is same as OSI, and network layer work is same as OSI. Here in application layer it combines session, presentation and application layer. The application here layer mainly used how we can display the data, how we can display the data in your system, mainly how we can, which application we should use and how data should be displayed, everything comes under application layer. The next we'll move to the network protocols. Network protocols. A protocol is a set of rules and procedures that determine how computer system receives and transmits the data. Normally, protocol is a set of rules or a procedure. Set of rule or a procedure that tells the computer system how we can or how we can transfer or how we can receive the data. That will define how we can transfer and how we can receive the data. That is TCP, sorry, that is actually known as protocols. The TCP/IP protocol. The first one is TCP/IP protocol. TCP means Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Remember, Transmission Control Protocol, TCP. IP means Internet Protocol. The basic communication language or protocol for Internet is a basic communication language or protocol or basic communication protocol of the Internet. TCP/IP is a two-layer protocol or two-layer program. The higher layer transmit the control, the higher layer TCP, that controls the transmission. The second one is lower layer IP. That means it uses two layer. One is a TCP layer, one more is IP layer. TCP layer will control the data, which manages the assembling the messages for file into smaller packets and transmit over the internet. Remember, Transmission Control Protocol TCP manages the assembling of a message or file into smaller packet, how data is split into smaller packet and that are transmitted over the internet, how we can transfer the data over the internet. That is the work of TCP. Then lower layer Internet Protocol that handles the address of each packet and it gets the right destination. See, TCP will control the data, how we can transfer the data, how we can divide the data, how we can split the data, everything comes under TCP. IP is mainly used to check whether the data is reaching to the correct destination or not, whether the particular data is reaching to the correct destination or not. That is the work of Internet protocol. The next one is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It provides a standard for web browsers and servers to communicate. Normally, HTTP is used to transfer the data over the servers and browsers. It is an application layer network protocol built on the top of TCP. Mainly in the top of TCP, we are using HTTP. The next one is FTP, File Transfer Protocol. File Transfer Protocol. It is a standard internet protocol for transmitting the files between computers on the internet. It is a standard internet protocol for transferring files. If you want to transfer the files over the internet, then we are using FTP. It is a application protocol that uses in internet TCP/IP protocols. It is application protocol that uses in TCP/IP. It is also commonly used to download the programs. If you want to download any files or movie, anything, then we are using TCP. The next one is SMTP. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This is a TCP/IP protocol. It is used to sending and receiving email. If you want to send the email, or same time if you want to receive the email, we are using SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. The next one is SLIP. SLIP means Serial Line Internet Protocol. Serial Line Internet Protocol. It is the first protocol for relaying the IP packets over the dial-up lines. Means what? It is used to access the network or internet through your phone cable. Earlier we are using the dial-up lines, means broadband. Through the broadband, if you want to access the network, means you have to pass the data. You have to pass the data through the serial lines. That is a serial line. In that serial line, if you want to transfer the data, then we have to use SLIP. This is the first protocol. And second protocol is P2P. The P2P, nowadays we are using P2P, point-to-point protocol. Point-to-point protocol. This is also used to transfer the IP packets over the serial lines, means same dial-up lines. To the dial-up lines, if you want to transfer the data, we are using PPP or point-to-point protocol. The PPP is currently the best solution for dial-up lines. Or nowadays we are using PPP protocol for transmit the data. And here some terminologies for data communication. The first one is data channel. What is a data channel? The information or data carried from one end to another end in the network by the channel. See, when you are going to transfer the data from one system to another system, if you are going to transfer the data, normally we will use wire or wireless. One channel we will use. That channel is known as data channel. See, if you want to transfer the data from one system to another system, normally we will use one channel. That channel is known as data channel. Next one is baud or bits per second, BPS. Bits per second. It is used to measure the information carry. How? For example, in a communication channel, we'll transfer the data. That transferring of data we can measure by using the bits per second. It is known as baud. Normally baud or bits per second. Now kilobytes per second, everything is many different things are there, but normally it is measurement to measure the information carried in a communication channel. The last one is bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of information transferred or received per unit time. It is the amount of information transferred or received per unit of time. This is measuring in kbps or mbps, kilobytes per second megabytes per second, gigabytes per second. So this amount of unit, it is a data that receives in a per unit time, for example seconds or minutes. In per unit time, how much data is transferred, that we can use as a bandwidth. Here we reach the end of our session today. In this session we discussed about what is OSI reference model, then TCP IP reference model, and different types of protocols. What are different types of protocol? Not only these protocols, there are different protocols are there. Only 4 to 5 protocols are given for you, and so that only 5 protocol I discuss here, 4 to 5 protocols. Then some terminologies we used in data communication. So I'll wind up my session today. Thank you.